ஆரியம் போன்ற கடின மொழிகளிலெல்லாம் என் மனதை பற்ற வைக்காமல் தடுத்து, தமிழ் போன்ற இனிய எளிய மொழிகளில் என் மனதை பற்ற வைத்த தேவரின் பெருங்கருணைக்கு வந்தனம் வந்தனம் வந்தனம். Dear honorable dignitaries, my dear friends, colleagues, friends, and my dear sisters and brothers, it's my utmost honor to be present over here at this very joyous occasion. So, I came all the way from London to attend this conference. It gives me an immense pleasure because contributing to such an event, it gives me joy. But when I realize today is the International Day of Happiness, it gives me even more joy. So, my good friend Mr. Venkat just informed about this International Day of Happiness. I think we should all celebrate this International Day of Happiness by holding each other's hand. Can we all stand up, please? Please, 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 please. Can we all stand up and hold each other's hand and say this mantra? Are you ready? I know my human rights and we are all equal. I know my human rights. We are all equal. I know my human rights and we are all equal. Together, we will achieve peace, prosperity, and happiness. God bless you all. Thank you. I think, my dear friends, the first barrier of networking is to understand each other. To understand each other, we need to have the trust. Who will we have a shake hand with? Who do we trust? When we hold each other's hand, when we hug each other, that's when the trust factor gets built in. So, when we have to have a networking session such as this, the first factor which comes to each and every one of you, maybe for amateurs, maybe for starters, the first problem we will have is to have the fear. What will he think of me? Oh my God, what I'm going to do? This is the problem we will be having to face. We don't have to have that. The first thing which my teachers taught me was the fear. When we have fear, what happens? Can I ask you, when we have fear, what happens? Will you be able to network? You will fail. When you fail, what happens? You make a fool of yourself. Correct? So, the three F's of networking, which you need to understand and dilute yourself is fear, fail, fool. Fear, fail, fool. Don't have the fear, conquer your fear. When you conquer your fear, you will not fail. When you don't fail, what happens? Victory comes your way. Okay? You will not make a fool of yourself. So, saying this, I quoted Vallalar. The reason why I quoted Vallalar in the beginning was, you know, we as an ancient civilization, we try to conquer each and every market wherever it's possible. We are an ancient civilization. From Cholas, Pandyas, Cheras, we have tried to conquer everything. But the first barrier we tried to conquer was the conquering networking skills. If you really look into it more deeply, what they were trying to achieve. Look at, we are today in UAE. Why is UAE successful? Any particular answers? Why is UAE successful? Because of networking. But how did they make it successful in networking? Because they built a tolerant society. There is intolerance. There is interfaith. You're a practicing Hindu, practice Hinduism. If you're a Muslim, practice Muslim. If you're a Jew, have your Shabbat day. They have this interfaith strongly commuted within the kingdom. That's what is the success behind this kingdom. And who gave this idea to them? Who was practicing this idea? If you really look closer into it, we Tamils established it 1,500 years ago. We established it 1,500 years ago. I want to quote from, let's say from Sivakiyar, Sittar. You know, from Sittar, he said, நட்டக்கல்லை தெய்வம் என்று 4 புஷ்பம் சாத்திய சுற்றி வந்து மொனமொனவென்று சொல்லும் மந்திரம் ஏதடா நட்டக்கல்லும் பேசுமோ நாத நுள்ளுருக்கையில் சுட்ட சட்டி சட்டுவம் கரிச்சுவை அறியுமா. So what was he trying to say? கடவுள் வேற எங்கேயும் இல்லடா, கடவுள் உங்களை தான் இருக்கான், எங்கேயும் போய் தேடாத, போய் புஷ்பத்தை போட்டு நீ சுற்றி சுற்றி வந்து என்ன பண்ண போற? என்னத்தை பண்ண போற? ஒன்றும் பண்ண போற. I am a very big fan of Kamban, by the way. I'm a very, very, very big fan of Kamban, by the way. So even Kamban, he was trying to make a tolerant society through networking. He wants people to come in there, and he was establishing it. அவன் என்ன சொல்ற கம்பன், ஒன்றே எண்ணின் ஒன்றேயாம், பலவென்று உரைக்கின் பலவேயாம், நன்றே நன்றின் நன்றேயாம், உளதென்று உரைக்கின் உளதேயாம், இன்றே எண்ணின் இன்றையாம், உளதென்று உரைக்கின் உளதேயாம், நன்றே நம்பி குடி வாழ்க்கை, நமக்கு இங்க என்ன பிழைப்போ அம்மான்னு கேட்பான் கம்பன். என்ன சொன்னா, கடவுள் ஒன்றுன்னு சொன்னால் கடவுள் ஒன்று, இல்லை கடவுள் பலன்னு சொன்னால் கடவுள் பல, கடவுள் இல்லவே இல்லைன்னு சொன்னால் கடவுள் இல்லவே இல்லை, இல்லை கடவுள் இருக்கான் உருவம் இருக்குது அப்படின்னு சொன்னால் உருவம் இருக்குது. ஸோ இப்படி பலதரப்பட்டமாக இருக்கான். அப்போது what was he trying to achieve? 1000 years ago, when Kamban was trying to write it, did we have a tolerant society? Why was he trying to establish tolerant society? Is because he wants to make and establish a tolerant society which will create a network. That's how we flourished. That's how we capitalized the unity and markets around the world. So we are not a feudal society. We have built bridges. We have built so many things. Karigalan's Kallanai is still standing there as a witness. Aren't you going to boast about it? Why is which is the richest company in this world? Google. What are they doing? They're doing networking. You search anything today, you want to know about somebody in here, you Google it. This is networking. Very basic. But we Tamils have the inbreeding of this network within us. We had it for 2,000 years. Do you think this is going to disappear? That's why today, 80 plus countries, we are there. And what are we trying to do? If you go and see my dear brothers from the Malayali origin, from Kerala, immediately they start to have a dialogue in Malayalam. Oh, natle evada. They will immediately start. We are not doing it. We think of English as a great example. So why do we have to start? We have to start from our basic in order to inbuild our own charisma towards conquering the world. And I'm sure we can all conquer our own freedom and justice. So, as a suggestion, we have all gathered over here. I think we need to have something as a network built within us. We need to have a bank. Let's say a network bank of Tamils. Let's call it Tamil Bank. Each one of you contribute £1 or $1 or one rupee for that matter. Let's start a bank as a network bank where each and every one of the Tamil society will be given an identity card. And that identity card will be separated into different shelves. And these shelves will have different societies of what they belong. Say, for example, my dear honorable friend over here, Mr. Abu Bakr, he's a hotelier. He will have his hotel registered in this network. So tomorrow, when there is an issue for him in Mauritius, Mauritian Tamil, he can raise it with there. Right now, there is no channeling on that. There is no channeling. There is boards. Yes, I do know there are NRI Welfare Board. There are other boards. We go to the Indian High Commission. But when are we going to achieve our own freedom? When are we going to make our own self known? We need to make our own self known. We were Tamils before India. And we will be Tamils, whatever it is going to happen. But we are Tamils at the end of the day. And we are global citizens. And we respect each other on this global citizenship. And look at the Israel diaspora. Let's call it as an example. No matter what they believe, whatever they do, look at the Israel diaspora. If there is a single problem of my Israeli brother in any part of the world, another Israeli brother walks in or a sister walks in to protect them, to give them the harmony which they desire. Why are we Tamils, a population of 8 million, having a jurisdictions of more than 80 countries, given all the fancy posts and titles we have all around the world, still waiting for somebody to come and help us? We don't need anyone. We need ourselves. We need to believe in ourselves to execute what we believe in. And let's say, for example, I just want to say world is a village at this point of time. Let's put this idea through our Chief Minister. I'm sure Mr. Sampath, Dr. Sampath is going to report to our Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu on this particular reporting, what happened in this Tamil conference. For example, if you go to say to the state, sir, let's build something called as South Smart. Why I call it South Smart? We are from the same stock. We are from the same stock. The Souths are from the same stock. So if you really look into it, we don't have a problem with anything. We don't have the Kashmir issue. We don't have the whatever masjid issue, whatever they have. We don't have the West Bengal Ghats. We don't have the Northeastern Conference. We don't have any of that. We have what? We have money. We have knowledge. We have wisdom. We have everything we need. And today, Google and all these companies come from us. So we need to make something as South Smart where we are able to establish our own presence known to this government and to this world so we can contribute more. We are not saying we need to conquer the world. We're just saying we will be happy to conquer the world. So finally, what I want to say is, I just want to say, in terms of our bank, my primary contribution is, I'll say two names, which is the famous names from the Tamil diaspora. Name number one, you would be surprised. You will be surprised. Richard Branson. Richard Branson, one of the richest men in the world, one of the richest men who owns Virgin, he identifies himself as a Tamil. Do you know how? He says his grandmother is from Kadalur. He says his grandmother is from Kadalur. We don't know that. He identifies himself as Tamil. Why didn't we approach him yet? The second person, I think you all know, Kamala Harris. She identifies herself as a Tamil. So we have the richest factors in this world which we can contribute to. So my dear brothers and sisters, whatever it is, we are here as a garnishing and we will try to deliver. And my time is very short. I wish I can talk more, but I wish and pray today's important meeting will deliver success for each and every one of you. And I do hope and pray that God willing that we will have more summits to come together and we will all establish what we desired for. Thank you all.